Bing bong.
Peanut butter is nature's frosting, and our subject of inquiry this week. A few weeks ago, I got on a muscle building kick. I was gonna do 7 weeks to 100 push-ups, and I needed protein. And I wanted to be able to have protein at every meal. So I didn't want to make eggs for breakfast because I don't want to cook in the morning. I just don't have time for that. So I thought peanut butter toast. The grocery stores here have peanut butter sometimes. Peanut butter is part of some Asian cuisines, but not really Chinese cuisine. We've seen it adapted for use in like a hot pot fixins tasting bowl bar. But peanut butter is just kind of a bonus for the Chinese. So I had to go on Taobao. And on Taobao, there was a lot of peanut butter. So I ended up buying a lot of peanut butter. And when you have a lot of peanut butter, you'd better have a taste test. The push-up challenge, I usually start it a couple times a year and make it 3 or 4 weeks in of the 7. And right now, I'm on a rebuilding month. But peanut butter lasts forever. Not in this house, actually. It doesn't last forever in this house. But before we get to our taste test, we have to decide what is the perfect vehicle for peanut butter. So let's start with number 1, bread. Bread is an obvious candidate, and in fact, my breakfast that I like with peanut butter is peanut butter toast. It's delicious and I love it. But bread is not that exciting and doesn't look wonderful on camera. This bread I was intrigued by uses matcha powder, which is a mixture of green tea and probably sugar. It's very delicious, but it may look like our bread is moldy. The black spots here are red beans, so this bread would be very sweet. Probably delicious too, but not all that photogenic. So we said, sorry, bread. Next up, celery. Celery and peanut butter is a classic for a reason. It's delicious and nutritious, and health advice that rhymes is the best advice. We originally were gonna just go this route, put some peanut butter on some celery and go for it. But we had kind of an availability problem. Our local supermarket usually sometimes stocks fat American celery, but usually stocks this Chinese celery. Which is delicious in a stir fry or other savory meals. It's got the same crunch of celery, of our usual American celery, but a little cranked up even on the bitterness, and it's really good, but it's not a good scoop for peanut butter. Sometimes they carry this guy and sometimes they don't, and we just weren't sure we could get it. So we said, celery, we love you, but you're not our taster today. Next up, pears and apples. Apples and pears. Let me give you something. Apples and peanut butter is another great combination. Also pears, because I like apples. I like pears better than apples. So, there. Where does fruit come from? All over. Sichuan province, especially the southeast part where we live, is kind of an agricultural wonderland for all of China. Historically even, different empires and different civilizations wanted to conquer this land because resources. I have no citations for this, but it's true. Nowadays, we just get to enjoy all kinds of fresh produce all year round, changing with the seasons. You can watch as the markets and the street vendors change up what they have, and it's all outstanding and delicious. You know, like how people get excited about ramps or fiddleheads? This is like that, except it's every 2 weeks with a new fun fruit or vegetable. But we're gonna talk about fruits. We actually here in China know a lot of people who have a family farm, and periodically they'll just like bring me fruit, and it will be delicious fruit. So it's good to know people who have farms. If we're not gonna go out to the farm, you can buy fruit all over, of course. At the supermarket, of course. At the wet market, of course. A wet market is like a farmer's market. It's not like a farmer's market. It is, but in China, a farmer's market isn't jacked up prices for yuppies. It's where farmers really come to sell their wares, and it's cheaper and usually fresher than the supermarket. On the other hand, if you go to the farmer's market in the summertime, it is not air conditioned, and Luzhou is hot, hot, hot. So the shop in there is a little rough, whereas the supermarket is pretty freaking air conditioned. Our fruit there is local too. They have little plaques saying where the fruits come from, and it's all from the South Sichuan area, so it's all like really fresh and really good and perfect for peanut butter. But actually my favorite way to buy fruit is from the street vendors. Street vending is not totally legal here in Luzhou, but it's totally tolerated until the police are doing some kind of sweep. But so my walk home, I pass by all kinds of people selling all kinds of stuff. A lot of fruit, some fresh fish, some mushrooms. You can buy anything, and it's the ultimate impulse buy. You didn't even go to the store, you're just walking home. It's kind of really effective sales technique to just be out in hot weather with fresh watermelon. I'll buy it like every time. But watermelon's not good with peanut butter. We went with pears. This pear, this one that's the size of my head, and that a small family could probably live inside, just came into season a couple days ago. They just kind of exploded. They were everywhere on the street, and so I had to buy one. And they're tasty. It's a good pear. So that's what we're gonna be using to sample our peanut butter. This little guy here. It's just a pear. It's just a pear. But let me introduce our peanut butters. I have the facts here, so I'm gonna read off my trusty clipboard. First up, we have good old American Skippy. Good old American Skippy. Skippy, per 2 tablespoons, has 190 American calories, 7 grams of protein, and 3 grams of sugar. Let's see how that stacks up with our next contender, which is the Whole Earth peanut butter, produced in the UK for sale in Hong Kong. That's our Whole Earth. Whole Earth has, per 100 grams, 643 kilocalories, 27.7 grams of protein, and 3.8 grams of sugar. And our third contender today is Mother Earth peanut butter with chia seed. This is made in New Zealand for Singapore. This peanut butter per 20 grams has 518 kilojoules, 5.4 grams of protein, and 1 gram of sugar. I'd like to make it a comparison, but did you spot it? All of these peanut butters their health information is given in different units. So you do the math. Leave the answer in the comments. Or assign this video to your class, to your class, and have them leave a message in the comments. Tell me which peanut butter is the best. No, because I'll tell you which peanut butter is the best. Just a brief note, all of these peanut butters are crunchy because I am not a child. So let's get going. Okay, so we're gonna start with Skippy. Let me open up our Skippy here. I've already dug into these because peanut butter is not gonna be in the house and I'm not gonna eat it. Okay, so here's our Skippy. Spreads nice and smooth. The thing about pears is that they're so watery that the peanut butter doesn't stick so well, but I don't care. I love the taste. So let's see. It's a good source of vitamin E right there. So, that's Skippy. Tastes like what Skippy always tastes like. Reliable, very sweet, good consistency. Nothing too exciting, but a good basic. Okay, let's see what Mother Earth has for us. Whole Earth. We'll get a little bit on there. The color of this one looks more natural. I don't know if that's good or bad, but let's spread that on. It spreads fine. Let's give that a taste. That one's good. That one definitely has a real nutty flavor that this tastes like a real organic peanut butter that came from peanuts. Absolutely no added sugar. Tastes like that too. It's not very sweet, but it's still very good. Because that's my problem with some of the Chinese peanut butters is they really are like frosting. All right, the chia peanut butter. I already know I like this one a lot. Peter asked me, if you eat chia seeds, does a chia pet grow inside you? And I think that yes, it does, which is an added health benefit. So this one is super bonus. It's a little messy spread because it's got so much solidness in it, but let's taste. That's a good one. It also has a really strong nutty flavor, and the chia seeds, which you can see you see those chia seeds? They give it an extra crispy crunch like you're eating, I don't know, a Kit Kat or something, but it's healthy. Maybe, I don't know, do the math, tell me, but it's a really good peanut butter. It also, I think, has a little more sugar than Whole Earth, so it is a little, just a touch sweet, which I like. Oh, let me take my milk here. It's a good palate cleanser. So I declare this chia seed natural peanut butter made in somewhere for somewhere came to my house via Taobao. This is definitely the winner, I think. I would, in reverse order of tasting, I would say number 1, number 2, number 3. Skippy gets the job done. But it's nothing fancy, nothing special. These two have the benefit of tasting like something that actually came from the earth. So that's my winner. And you know, really, you could eat peanut butter off of anything, even a spoon, but it's kind of fun. I wanted to show off the fruit that we have here. And now I've got a lot of papples, so if you'd like one, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to 𝗣𝗚𝗏 Studios, China. Ask your parent or guardian first, and maybe we'll send one home to you. This has been an Uncle Foreigner investigation of peanut butter.